I'm Captain Phedre Spitfire, and I'm here to tell you some more shit you need to know. Today I want to focus on the idea of being an adult in camp. Pirate Fest is not for children. There are some pirates who have children that bring them in for the day while people are setting up camp on Friday, and also take them in to fair during the day. But they understand that once the sun starts setting is when shit gets real at pirate camp, and it is no longer a place for children to be. So they take their kids over to the family camping area, and that's where they are. So I want to focus on how to behave in camp and how to behave outside of camp. In camp, once the sun starts going down, people are going to start drinking heavily after a long day of day drinking. And clothes are going to start coming off. Glitter is going to start flying everywhere. And cameras go away. There are designated fleet photographers. And if you are not one of them, and we see a camera in your hand at night, we're going to take it away. We're very serious about this because we want everybody to feel free to be free, to get naked if they want to get naked, to act however they want to act, to drink excessively and be crazy. But we also have day jobs. We also have lives outside of fair that if things get posted on social media, it could wreck our careers, our lives, things like that. Most of us are not college students anymore. Most of us are adults with a Monday through Friday 9-to-5 job, where it is a real concern about social media and public perception, and things that people could get fired, So once the sun goes down, we have specific fleet photographers who are trusted, who we know may be taking pictures, but it will only be posted inside our fleet. And really damaging posters or pictures will be deleted. Nobody will ever see those except for those photographers. And that is something I can't stress more, is that we're really holding each other's lives in our hands when we talk about photography of what's happening at Pirate Fest. So please abide by those rules, because you don't want to face the consequences of breaking them. The other thing that we need to think about is you don't have to do anything you don't want to do at fair, but you have to understand that people will be drinking, people will be naked, people will possibly be doing drugs, and that creates some problems sometimes. You don't have to do any of those things, but they will be happening around you. And it's possible that people will come up to you and try to get you to get naked, will rub up on you, will try to kiss you, because they're drunk and they're happy and they just want to spread love. But you may not be into that, and that is totally fine. But you have to understand that those situations may happen. So if you can just tell them to go away, tell them that you're not into that, most of the time they will do that. Sometimes people are extremely drunk and don't get the point. If that happens, you need to go get a captain, and we will handle it. That captain or admiral or anybody will find that person's crew, and that crew will handle the situation. Outside of camp, we have one rule. That rule is if you get in trouble with the cops, then you handle it on your own. If the cops ask you where you're camping or who you're camping with, you just say, hey, I'm by myself. And if you get kicked out of fair, you get kicked out of fair. I'm sorry, but those are the choices you make. You're an adult. You gotta take care of your own. If you get in a fight outside of camp, that's your own business. The reason that we tell you to not tell them who you're camping with is because they have kicked out entire camps before. So not only would you be ruining your night, you'd be ruining the night of 120 other people. And that is not okay. If you get us kicked out of fair, there are going to be consequences other than you just getting kicked out of fair. You will have 120 really angry people. So it is really best to remember that simple rule. If you get in trouble with the cops outside of camp, you're not with anybody. You're on your own. And that's part of being an adult. That being said, you may be thinking, oh, there's cops around, but you guys are getting naked and doing things. For the most part, if you're inside your own camp, the cops will turn a blind eye. I've had cops come in looking for other people that, caused a ruckus at another camp, and they're trying to find these people. They come in, they'll maybe shine a light on your tits and, for a second, and then look at your face finally and go, have you seen anybody? And you'll say no, and they'll tell you, okay, and move on. Now, if they see a dude that is 100% naked, they will usually ask you to put some pants on. But they won't arrest you. They won't get you in trouble. They'll just ask you to put clothes on. Now, if you get belligerent with them, that is also on you. Do not do that. They are there to make sure that everybody's having a good time. They are not going to get aggressive with you if you are not aggressive with them. Yet again, being an adult. So, that idea is that if you're not okay with any of these situations happening, if you are not okay with people being naked and drunk around you, if you are not okay with people rubbing up on you and trying to get you to dance or take off your clothes, or, if you're not okay with that possibly happening, then maybe this isn't the camp for you. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand that this is the situation of what Pirate Fest is. And if you're going to insert yourself into that, then you need to be aware that, there are consequences. So if you don't want to be here, don't be here. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is what Pirate Fest is. It's people letting go. It's people getting crazy. It's people getting naked. It's people having sex. It's people flirting. It's, people hooking up randomly. It's people wandering off to the S&M camp and getting spanked for an hour and a half, or spanking somebody for an hour and a half. It's people walking over to the brony camp and going to a rave and coming back covered in glitter and who knows what else. We're all adults, and if you can't be one, then you don't need to be here. So that really is my biggest piece of advice for new people. Is just be prepared for crazy to happen around you, and go with the flow. Because that's what we do. That's how we have fun. That's what this weekend is about. And if that's not okay with you, that's fine. But then you don't need to be here. So, that's just some shit you need to know. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.